this. But let's come to you quickly. Yeah. We have a lot of nurses coming out of the institution. There's the issue of scarcity of nurses with regards to employment. Yeah. But we have many graduating. Why are they not working? They say they're looking for work. So before you respond to this, there's a question that was also asked about the difficulty of getting into the institution. One of the callers was asking that question. Yes. Why is it that difficult? So let's get your response in under 3 minutes if you can, please.
All right. For nurses out there not engaged, well, nurses cannot employ themselves. Well, they can employ themselves if they wish, but it is the government that is major employer in this sector and also the private sector. If a nurse is graduated out there and is not engaged, there are no vacancies. In the last employment, several hundreds of nurses applied. A few were taken. The governor magnanimously approved 2,000 employment slots for health workers at the River State Hospital Management Board and the River State University Teaching Hospital. Guess how many nurses were taken?
How many?
Less than 200 in the RSUTH. Now and several other persons that are not in the clinical value chain were engaged instead of the core professionals. The same thing at the Hospital Management Board. So these are the things we should look at. And employment ratio in the health sector is that any figure you bring out 60% for nurses. That is what the federal government operates. And even the understanding we signed recently, the MOU we signed recently, 60% goes to nursing because nurses, you are supposed to employ one doctor to 20 nurses. That is how it is done everywhere, standard. Now, coming to the primary health sector, we have about 183 nurses that are supposed to be working in 364 primary health centers in the state. How will they meet up? So government need to immediately engage in employment of at least 2,000, because the nurses are out there. There's no scarcity of manpower out there.
All right, because time will not allow us. So talk to us about the difficulty of getting into the institution, like one of the callers asked in a few seconds.
Yes, the process of going into nursing admission is a challenging one. It's a taxing one.
Is it because of the money? Is that why it's difficult?
It's not about money. When you go in, you write exams. If you pass your exams, there's nobody that will, after passing your exams, take you out and replace yourself.
There's no corner like the ministry was the allegation from the ministry.
No. That's even
that somebody can go and buy and
the admission results, everything is approved by the permanent secretary before these things are released out there. So if there is any corner or this thing, that means it will be a household something now. Because nurses, when we give out test items, if you pass, you get to the next stage of interview. When you do your interview and you pass, you come in for admission. So if you pass and there's no way you pass, and someone will now remove your name and bring in a governor's child's name or commissioner's child's name or this thing. So we'll say nursing. Some people see nursing as this quackery thing that they do. So nursing is taxing. Read.
Thank you. We hope to follow this through and see how this concludes at the end of the day. My name is Ifiemi Andrew. Thank you for your time. We'll go on the commercial now.